Dumelang, welcome back to Setswana class. I know I haven't spoken English in this channel for a very for a few months. Okay, so how are you guys doing today? I'm reacting to SJ Letlala on one of the brilliant videos he has made. I've actually learned a lot from this video myself because I am a Motswana from Botswana and SJ Letlala is a Motswana from South Africa. So before we continue with this video, I want to admit something. I'm always thrown aback whenever I see a Motswana from South Africa speaking on Setswana things, because in my head, Botswana is the only Setswana country, and so we have all the history. But I know the most of the history of Botswana is from South Africa. So I have actually learnt a lot as well, like I said. And yeah, it just sometimes I have to think about it like, yo, we are actually, do you know that there are more Botswana in South Africa than there are Botswana in Botswana? How crazy is that? But it's also super cool, and to know that we can preserve our histories, our history, from Botswana and South Africa, and still like collide our food, our cultural dances, or cultural music is always as connected, and it was connect us as people. And yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's get to the video. If you're here for the first time, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell too, so you don't miss any of the uploads on this channel. Okay, and I encourage you to go and watch this video for of SJ Letlala, because he is like, dissecting things very intellectual. And I mean, when you're talking to him, he would definitely say that's not like being intellectual. But to me, it's one of the things that, they're super rare. So if you want to learn Setswana and Botswana and the origins and all the things, this is the video for you. Okay, and it doesn't matter whether you are in South Africa or Botswana, or whether you're going to Botswana or South Africa, how those connect. This video will help you as well. So I'm just gonna see if there is something I can talk about, maybe one or two things that I can talk about on this video. And if you want to watch the whole thing, like I said, go check out SJ Letlala's YouTube page. I'm gonna try to make sure that I link his channel on this video, so feel free to go check out all those important Setswana lessons. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we have here. I'm gonna try. This is gonna be a very unprofessional, so I'm gonna fast forward it, and yeah. Let's see.
Dumela moithuti wa Setswana. Ke tshepa o siame tsala ya me. Ke siame le nna. Ke batla go tlhalosa sengwe. Ke kopa o retse tsala ya me TT.
Oh, I forgot to mention I'm also Dumela. What? I forgot to mention I'm also part of this video. So yeah, I'm gonna skip this part because I don't know. I don't know about you guys. There's something weird of me seeing myself on video. Let's see. My voice is kind of weird and everything, so we're gonna skip that part. Save you guys the headache. Let's start here. Like I said, this is like the most brilliant video that SJ has done, and it's really informational. Like I said, as somebody from Botswana, I have learned a lot from this video of our history, because when you are belonging to a certain group of people, you don't really do much research, because it's kind of like you are living it, so seeing this was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Anyway,
in the south, in the east, in the west, and also based on who they interacted with historically. So let us look at some notable distinctions in Setswana. Remember, these are distinctions in the tribal way of speaking. They do not affect the whole language. I want us to start in the north of the river Molopo, and let us take the Sengwato dialect, the dialect of Bangwato. In this example, you will notice that the pronunciation of the letters TL, which is called K, similar to CL in English, in the word clean and so on. Not entirely the same, but very similar.
Yeah,
So
that's
you would have the sound and another.
that's the best way of learning this Setswana. They're not clicks, but there's that, you know.
The sound, which is the same sound as but with an aspiration. So with the first sound, the TL sound, which mostly in South Africa you would just say, Bangwatu would use a T, a simple T, and say T. And for the aspirated sound, they would use a TH, which is T. So it is T with an aspiration, T. Let us look at these examples. The word Letlala would be pronounced as Letapa. That means stone. Furthermore, the word Tola would be Tola, and that is jump. Toho is Toho, that is head. Tapa would be Tapa, and that is bath. That is the main difference. As you can see, the words are similar. Tola, tola, toho, toho, tapa, tapa. These are.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about because I think when he said on the other side of Molop, I think he's just saying this there's a tribe that is in Botswana. I don't know if there is a tribe of Bangwatu in South Africa. I don't know. I could be wrong. I think he's just referring to Bangwatu from Botswana, and it's like brilliant. The thing is that when you go into Botswana, the Ngwatu tribe is one of the biggest tribes in the biggest Tswana tribes in Botswana, right? If I'm not mistaken, yes. They have the biggest land, they have the biggest population, and they were the leaders of the country. I don't know how that worked out, but before independence, Bangwatu, I mean, other tribes as well were involved, but you see that many British people at that time, they were mentioning the Bangwatu tribe. That's where the first president came from that tribe because they didn't want him to be the chief, and he was like, you know what, yes, I won't be a chief and I'll start political stuff. Anyway, that's like a history on its own. I'm paraphrasing. So you'll see that because the Bangwatu are a large tribe in Botswana, I could be wrong. Also, Botswana, don't come after me. Most of us who are not belonging on the tribe, who might be not even like categorized as the Tswana tribes, one of the Tswana tribes, like there are other Kalangas, Baherero, Khoisan, and many other tribes that are not falling under the tribe, the Tswana tribe. Okay, it's complicated, but bear with me. We are talking about tribes here. We're not talking about countries, because tribes, they transcend countries and stuff. Wow, transcend. I just said a fancy word. Anyway, so because other tribes that are learning Setswana, we learn Setswana in Sengwatu. So this is why when you go to Botswana, you hear a lot of people speaking in Sengwatu. When you go to the southern part of Botswana, which is like where the capital city is, and those tribes that are in the south part of Botswana, that's where you see that they use Tla and Tla. But once you pass the south, going towards the central of Botswana, all the way to the northeastern and stuff like that, people are speaking, we can say, the Sengwatu dialect. So that's what you should know if you are going to Botswana. Wow, this is actually really hard to explain because I never actually thought about these things before I started, trying to teach people Setswana online, because now I gotta think and try to explain it. It's difficult. I hope that you understand. And if you are Botswana, leave a comment down below. Explain further. if I have left out something. That's the thing I wanted to talk about. It's not important. All the things as Jay mentioned on this video, I think like there's
Similar
nothing I
words,
can
but they
add.
sound differently because of the region. That is the main distinction
Yeah.
between Setswana spoken in Botswana and that spoken in South Africa.
Oh yeah, he made it clear there. Oh, I should have just watched the whole segment. So yes, I think most of Botswana in South Africa don't use Singwatu at all. Maybe it's because there's no the Ngwatu tribe is not over there. But once you go to the southern part of Botswana, they also speak just like how people speak Setswana in South Africa. And one other thing that I think is important to know is that when we go to school in Botswana, we learn uh the Setswana with like formally you have to say Letlapa, Tlola, Tlhogo, Tlapa, all those things because they are a formal way of learning and writing Setswana. Um, and sadly, if you don't write Setswana that way, if you write it the way you speak it, like you say Letapa, even though the teacher knows what you are trying to say, because it's informal or regarded as informal in the education world, you will get the answer wrong. I think. Hopefully, they're still not doing that because I failed Setswana miserably because of that system. Because, like I said, um, yeah, I grew up speaking Singwatu dialect, and going to school, you have to relearn the Setswana, and that this kind of Setswana is very difficult to understand. It's more like, yeah, it's difficult.
At
So,
times, seeing that Sengwato is so prominent in Botswana, it sounds as if Setswana spoken in Botswana is a different language from that spoken in South Africa. But when you look at it, it is just the same. Just that
yeah,
more people tend to speak Sengwato in Botswana, while that is not the case in South Africa. Another feature of Setswana is spoken in the north of Molopo, but also shared by the Serolong, which is the dialect of Barolong, Setlaping, the dialect of Batlaping, and Setlaro, the dialect of Batlaro, is that words that are normally pronounced with an F in other dialects are pronounced with an H. Here are some examples there. As you will see, fela is hela. That means to end or to finish. Feta is heta. That is to go past something or someone or to go through it.
yes, I definitely remember this type of thing like from school. Because when I'm speaking Setswana, when I'm speaking to other Botswana out there, even though they say tla 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 tla, I speak just like Singwat, which is like that. So funny saying that. But yeah, once you wrote hela in a Setswana test, you will get your answers wrong. Um, hope I hope that that's not the case nowadays. Like everybody's included now. But yes, this is what I wanted to talk about. Please go watch that video in its full as you will understand. Because right now I just took a little piece, and I'm not going to play the entire thing because I want you guys to like watch the entire video so you understand exactly where my reaction is coming from. Okay, so SJ did a really wonderful job. For you guys who have subscribed from that video, if you watched that video, thank you so much, welcome. And I do hope that you are still going to enjoy this fun music of Setswana kids, because you know it's sad, isn't it sad, like in Setswana birthday parties and things that kids normally do, they don't really have like kids friendly music. I mean, most of the music is kid friendly because there are no curse words and stuff like that, but it would be nice to have like childish kids music that is sang in Setswana, like Gracie's Corner and stuff, and kids birthday parties is just like full of kids music where you don't have to worry if there's gonna be like a unfriendly word popping out. So that's basically what I'm trying to do. And I do hope that you're gonna enjoy those type of stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Go fitlhela re kopana gape mo nakong e e tlang. Go siana. Salang sentle. Until we meet again next time. Good.